Good evening students. Here I am giving you a warm welcome to class of English language 6th standard. So students, it is well said that where there is a will, there is a way. If you want to learn English properly, you have to study grammar basically. Okay, so you know that English grammar is the base of English language. If you want to speak fluently, if you want to speak confidently, then you should have to learn English grammar properly. And that's why we are here to teach you English grammar. So students, in your previous period, Mrs. Nishala Pawar madam has taught you about adjectives. She has taught you the definition of adjectives, then which are the various kinds of adjectives, which are the various types of adjectives, and in that you may have studied the adjectives of quantity, adjectives of quality, adjectives of number, then demonstrative adjectives, then possessive adjectives, interrogative adjectives, and emphasizing adjectives. And you also have studied the order of adjectives. How to use the order of adjectives when we are forming a sentence where we have to place which adjective. This also you have studied in your previous period. But one of the part that is remaining and that we are going to complete today, and that part is very interesting, and the name of that part is adjectives degrees of comparison. Now students, have you noticed that in our day-to-day life what we are doing? Yes, students, we are just comparing ourselves to our friend. We are just comparing ourselves to our relatives. Every now and then we are just doing comparison between ourselves and our relatives, ourselves and our friends. So, that is the main topic that today we are going to see, or today we are going to learn, is the comparison of degrees of comparison. Okay. So, as you can see now here, I have written some sentences over there, over here on this whiteboard. So, you can read the sentences. You can see this first sentence that I have written here. Nidhi writes one page in 5 minutes. Okay? Is this clear to you? Now, we are moving towards the second sentence. Raman writes one page in 3 minutes. Is this clear to you? Okay. Then, last one. The last sentence that I have written here. Shruti writes one page in 1 minute. So these are the three different sentences. Okay, I have written here. So one thing that these three persons are doing, they are writing something, they are writing one page. Okay, but their writing speed is very different from each other. Nidhi is writing one page in 5 minutes. Okay, that is her speed. Raman is writing one page in 3 minutes. That is his speed. 3 minutes. That is his speed. And Shruti writes one page in 1 minute. That is her speed. But if we want to show the comparison between these three, then at that time we can use the different adjectives of comparison. Okay, we will use three different words for this to show the speed of their writing, or we can use the three different adjectives to show the comparison of their degree of writing. Okay, how fastly or how slowly they are writing. Okay, so this is called the degrees of comparison. The degree of comparison we have to use different words to do the comparison between these three. So I will write fast in one column, fast. Then I will write second adjective, faster. And here I am writing fastest. Okay, these three words I have used here, fast, faster, fastest. So these three words tell you the degree of comparison. Means we are doing the comparison between these three, and these words are showing that I have written fast, faster and fastest. The degrees of comparison in between these three people. Okay, so how I will write here? Just pay attention. Nidhi writes fast. Okay, I have used here the adjective fast. Nidhi writes fast. Then Raman writes faster. I have used here the adjective faster. Okay, you can just see here, and in the last sentence I will write Shruti writes fastest. Shruti writes fastest. Okay, so like this we can write like this. So here by writing just using these three different words, we have used the degrees of comparison over here. Okay, so when I have used here fast, that degree is known as the positive degree. That degree is known as the positive degree. When I am adding er to this adjective, that is faster, then it is the comparative degree. And when I am writing fastest, that is the superlative degree. So have you understood this concept clearly? We have written three different sentences, okay? And each person is doing the same activity, but their speed is different. And to mention their speed, I have used some adjectives here: fast, faster, fastest. Okay? And when I am using these three different adjectives, these three different adjectives are showing us the degrees of comparison. The first word, that is fast, Nidhi writes fast, it shows the positive degree. Okay? When we are adding er to that word, that is the degree, comparative degree. Okay? And when we are adding est to that word, for example, Shruti writes the fastest. Okay? So here it is the degree, superlative degree. So these are the three degrees of comparison that we are going to study today. So I hope, okay? So let's move further. So students, the different types of adjectives or the different types of degrees of adjectives that we are going to study today is positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Okay, so to form these different types of degrees, there are some special rules that you have to follow. Okay, so the first rule that we are going to study today is forming comparative and superlative degree of the positive adjectives. So, how can we form this superlative and comparative degree of the positive adjectives? That is very simple. Only we have to add by adding er and est. It means that only we have to add er and est to that word. Now take one example. High. This is the adjective and we have added here er and the word becomes higher, and here in the last I have added est to that word. It becomes the highest. High is the positive degree, higher is the comparative degree, and highest is the superlative degree. Have you understood? Now see the second one. Tall is the positive degree. If we have added er to it, it becomes comparative degree, and if we are adding est to that word, it becomes the superlative degree. Okay? Positive, comparative and superlative. Tall, taller, tallest. Same here. Wide, wider, widest. Then light, lighter, lightest. Bright, brighter, brightest. In this way, you can form comparative and superlative degree by adding er and est to the word. Okay? So, let's see the second rule. Now, students, which is the second rule that we are going to see now? Now, see, by removing y and adding ier and iest to that word. Now, see this spelling. E-A-S-Y. Can you see y here in this spelling? Yes. We can easily find out here y. But when we are forming comparative and superlative degree, at that time, what we will do? We will just add, we will remove y and add ier and ist to that word. Okay. See how we are doing here. Easy, easier. Easier. You can see here I have added ier and I have removed y from this spelling, because when we are adding ier, when we are adding er to that word, this y turns into I. Okay? Easy, easier and superlative. If we want to make it superlative, we have to add iest. Easiest. So like this, we have added here iest. Can you see this? Now see the second spelling, dry, D-R-Y. Again, this spelling ends in Y. Okay? So, we will do comparative by adding IER, dryer. The spelling will become dryer, D-R-I-E-R. So, we have to underline here, because we have added IER here, dryer. This is comparative and superlative, driest, D-R-I-E-S-T. See what we have did here. We have add IEST here. Have you understood? So same with the remaining spelling. Funny. You can tell me. Funnier. Very good. And again funniest. Okay. Heavy. Heavier. And heaviest. Then next, happy, happier, happiest. Wealthy, wealthier, and wealthiest. you can see we have removed this y and we have just add IER to each word to make it comparative, and we have add IEST to make it superlative. Okay, here also this y is turned into I, and we have adding IER, we have made comparative degree, and by adding IEST we have made here superlative degree. That is our second rule, and that is by removing y, we have to remove y and we have to add IER and IEST. That is our second rule. Now see third rule. Now students, see the third rule. Adjectives with more than 2 syllables. More than 2 syllables means the adjectives that are having the 3 syllables. Form comparative and superlative degree by adding more and most. Now you will say, ma'am, what is the meaning of 3 syllable word? It means that while pronouncing that word, we break that word into 3 parts. For example, see the first spelling, capable. I have written here the spelling of capable. But when we pronounce that word, we are breaking that word into 3 parts. Okay? Capable. It means that this word is 3 syllable words. So, to form the 3 different degrees of this adjective, we have to use more and most. We have to add more and most to that word. How it is? Now see, capable, this is the positive degree. Okay? And for comparative, we have to use more capable. And for superlative degree, we will use most capable. Have you understood? We have added here before this adjective, I have added here more capable and most capable. Okay? Then second word is beautiful. When we pronounce this word beautiful, we just break this word into 3 parts. Beautiful. Beau, one, T, second, and full, third. Beautiful. So for this adjective also we will use more beautiful and most beautiful. Okay. Now third one is important. See, I have written here how I have written this word here, breaking it into the 3 parts. Important. So this is also the 3 syllable word. Then we have to use here more important, and then we have to use here most important. Like this. Then difficult. The fourth word is difficult. Difficult. More difficult. That we use in comparative. And most difficult. Have you understood? Then this word intelligent. More intelligent. Then for superlative, we will use most intelligent. So have you understood this third rule? Okay, with example. Now we are just moving forward to the fourth rule. Now students, the fourth rule is that when the word is two-syllable word, two-syllable adjective ending in, that word ends in FUL, LESS, less, ING and ED. Means these words are added to that adjective, full, less, ING and ED. So what we have to do? Now see this word, useful. This word is two-syllable word. Okay? We have made two parts of this word to pronounce it. Useful. Okay? So this is two-syllable word and we have to use more and most to make it comparative and superlative. Okay? Useful is the positive degree and to make it comparative we have to use here more useful. Okay, and again if we want to make it superlative we have to use here most useful, like this. Careless. Now in this word careless, this word is two-syllable word and to make it comparative we have to use here more careless and most careless. So like this. But students, there are some exceptions. Means there are some words that words do not belong to any category. So they are the exceptions. Okay. So which are that word? Which are the exceptions? Here I have written here modern, foolish and certain. For these words also the same rule is applied. You have to, if you want to make comparative degree of this word, you have to use more and most for superlative. Okay. So see, these are the words that are the exceptions. Modern, we have to write here more modern. For superlative, we have to add most modern. Then foolish, more foolish. Most foolish. Then next is certain, more certain. And most certain. Okay, so like this. Now only last rule is remaining, and what is that last rule that we are going to see now? See the next rule, that is the last one. Certain words totally change in comparative and superlative degrees. Now which are that words that totally change? See the example of good, better, best, or well, better, best. These two words, they look different but their degree is same. Good, better, best, well, better, best. You can use the same degree of comparative and superlative for good and as well as well also. Okay. Then old, older, oldest, and old, elder, eldest. Okay. Now see this: many, much, more or most. Then far, farther, farthest. This we use when we are talking about the distance. Okay. At that time we can use far, farther, farthest. The next is the same word far, but the words are different. Far, further, furthest. This we are using when the additions not connected with the distance. Okay. So at that time we can use this far, further and furthest. So these are the various rules that we have seen today, and we also have learned today with examples. Now students, different sentences I have written on the whiteboard. So let's read the sentences. So for your better understanding, Gaurav is the tallest boy in the class. This is the first sentence. Then second sentence, Gaurav is taller than any other boy in the class. This is the second sentence. And no boy in the class is as tall as Gaurav. This is the third sentence. So students, you have to identify what is the degree that I have used here in these three different sentences. Okay. So the first sentence, Gaurav is the tallest boy in the class. Can you tell me which degree it is? Very good. It is the superlative degree. This degree is the superlative degree. And how we know this? Because tallest is the adjective. Tall is the adjective and we have added here est. Tallest. Gaurav is the tallest boy in the class. We have used here tallest, and in the end you can see that est is added to the adjective. So it is the superlative degree. Now see the second sentence. Gaurav is the taller than any other boy in the class. Now, which is our adjective? Tall. And here we have added er to that adjective. So, Gaurav is taller than any other boy in the class. This degree is comparative degree. Why? Because er added to the adjective here. Er is added to the adjective. Taller. Now see the third sentence. No boy in the class is as tall as Gaurav. So this is the positive degree. This is the positive degree. Now students, one thing I just want to mention here, or I just want to tell you here, is that in positive degree we are using as plus adjective plus as. Means if you want to make positive degree, you have to use as plus adjective plus as. This formula you have to use in that sentence. As tall as smart as beautiful as, like this. Okay. So this is the positive degree. Now students, in your textbook, page number 38, questions are given. Okay. Question number A is that speak out the comparative and superlative forms of the word given below. It means that you have to form comparative and superlative degree of this word, and that is your home assignment. Okay. Cold, colder, coldest, like this. Then question number B is given here. Frame sentences using as costly as and no so costly as. It means that you have to form the sentences. For example, diamond is given here in one line and in the second line ruby is given here. So for example, I am telling you diamond is as costly as ruby. Okay. Or you can write here ruby is not so costly as diamond. So like this you have to form the sentences. Okay. And in question number C, frame sentences using instructions words for the given below, and you have to one side words are given and instructions are given here also. For example, in words, first example is Aman, comma his brother. Okay, it is given his brother, first side, and in the second side instructions are given. You have to make comparative degree of strong. So how you can make comparative degree of this? Aman is stronger than his brother. So like this you have to make different types of sentences as per given instructions. Okay. So have you understood that all these examples, all the instructions given here, and this question number A, B and C, these three questions that is given on page number 38, that is for your homework or home assignment. Okay, you have to solve this in your notebook. Again I am repeating, don't make me any phone call or don't ask me anything. I am just telling you again and again, you have to write down these three questions in your notebook. Then second thing you have to do, you have to take photograph of that, and the last thing you have to do, you have to send the answers on my WhatsApp number. That is very simple thing, and here I just want to stop. I hope that you have understood whatever today I have taught to you. Okay, and as I have told you, your homework you will also do it very confidently without any mistake. So here I am just ending my lesson on today's period. Okay, till then you have to take care of yourself, and I know that today is Raksha Bandhan also. So here I am wishing you a very happy Raksha Bandhan to all brothers and sisters. Okay, you know that this Raksha Bandhan is a festival of love among brother and sister. To show our love, brothers show their love to their sisters. Okay, and the sisters are also showing their love towards their brother by tying Rakhi on their hands. So here wishing you a very happy Raksha Bandhan, and also wishing you a very happy learning. Keep on learning. Till then, I just want to say goodbye to you and take care of yourself. Once again, stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Bye bye.